Unlocking Your Intuition, Trusting Your Inner Wisdom. Chapter 1. Unlock the Secret Power Within You. Hey everyone, welcome back to SPIRITA VIVO. So, quick question. Have you ever had that gut feeling that just wouldn't quit? You know, that little voice whispering in your ear, nudging you to make a call, avoid a certain situation, or take a leap of faith. Yeah, that's your intuition, your very own superpower.
And let's be real, Norman. How many times have we all just shrugged off that gut feeling, only to faceplint into the mess we were trying to avoid? It's like when you know you shouldn't text your ex, but you do it anyway, and then, well, we've all been there. Your intuition is basically your best friend who says, "I told you so," without even needing to say it.
Exactly, Vanessa. Today, we're going to help you unlock that secret power within you. And no, this isn't some mystic mumbo-jumbo. We're talking about something real, something everyone from Steve Jobs to Oprah swore by. Remember when Steve Jobs said, "Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition." They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Well, if it worked for him, it might just be worth paying attention to.
That's right, Norman. But before you start thinking this is all just about closing your eyes and hoping for the best, let's get one thing straight. Your intuition is like a muscle. The more you listen to it, the stronger it gets. Haven't been flexing that muscle lately? Don't worry, we're about to put it through the ultimate workout.
Think of it this way. Your intuition is like that mysterious box of chocolates. Sure, you never know exactly what you're going to get, but more often than not, it's exactly what you needed. So why not learn to trust that you'll pick the right one every time?
And seriously, who wouldn't want to be their own personal superhero? Imagine walking into any situation and just knowing what to do, who to talk to, or what choice will lead you to the best possible outcome. That's not magic. It's you, fully tuned into your inner wisdom.
So get ready, because we're about to take you on a journey to discover the hidden power that's been guiding you all along. By the end of today's episode, you'll be more connected to your intuition than ever before, and wondering how you ever managed without it.
Ready to dive in? Perfect. Let's jump into the world of intuition, where you're about to become your own best guide. Trust us, this is going to be one heck of a ride.
Chapter 2. The Science and Types of Intuition.
All right. So now that we've got you thinking about that secret superpower of yours, let's dive into something that might surprise you. There's actual science behind your intuition. Yep, it's not just some mystical hocus pocus. It's a real, measurable phenomenon that even the most rational minds can appreciate.
That's right, Vanessa. You see, intuition isn't just this mysterious, magical force that floats around in the ether. It's actually rooted in your brain's incredible ability to process information at lightning speed, faster than you can consciously think. Think of it as your brain's way of connecting the dots before you even realize there's a picture to be seen.
Exactly, Norman. It's like that feeling when you just know something is off about a situation or a person, even if you can't quite put your finger on why. That's your brain working overtime, sifting through all the subtle cues, experiences, and patterns you've picked up over the years, and delivering a verdict before your conscious mind even catches up.
And here's where it gets even cooler. There are different types of intuition. That's right, not all intuition is created equal. You've got emotional intuition, where your gut just knows how you or someone else is feeling. Then there's mental intuition, where you suddenly understand a complex concept without knowing exactly how you got there. And let's not forget physical intuition, like when athletes just know the next move to make in the game. Almost like they can see the future.
Oh, totally. It's like when you're driving, and you just sense that the car in front of you is about to do something stupid, before they even hit the brakes. That's your physical intuition kicking in, saving you from a fender bender.
And we've all had those moments when you're working on a problem, and suddenly, out of nowhere, the solution just pops into your head. That's mental intuition at work. Your brain has been crunching the numbers in the background, and boom, there's the answer served up on a silver platter.
And don't get me started on emotional intuition. You know when you walk into a room and instantly feel the vibe, whether it's good or bad. That's your emotional radar picking up on all those tiny signals that tell you what's really going on.
So here's the takeaway. Your intuition isn't just one thing. It's this amazing toolkit your brain has developed to help you navigate the world. And the more you pay attention to it, the more powerful it becomes. Think of it as upgrading your internal software. The benefits are worth it.
So whether it's your gut telling you something, your brain solving a problem, or your body sensing danger, your intuition is always working for you. And now that you know there's some serious science behind it, why not start giving it the credit it deserves?
Exactly, Vanessa. In the next chapter, we're going to dive into how you can start recognizing and trusting these different types of intuition in your everyday life. Because let's face it, once you learn how to use this superpower, there's no going back.
Stay with us. Trusting your intuition is about to get a whole lot easier.
Chapter 3. Recognizing and trusting your intuition. All right, so now that you know your intuition isn't just some random hunch, but a well-oiled machine of insight, how do you actually recognize when it's talking to you? I mean, it's not like your intuition comes with a neon sign saying, "Listen to me." Though, wouldn't that be nice?
Totally, Norman. But here's the thing. Your intuition does have its own way of waving those little red flags, or, better yet, flashing green lights when something's right. The trick is learning to spot them. Think about the last time you had a weird feeling about a situation or person. Did you get butterflies in your stomach, or maybe the hairs on the back of your neck stood up? That's your body's way of saying, hey, pay attention.
Exactly, Vanessa. Our bodies are like these incredible intuition tuning forks, picking up on subtle vibrations that our conscious mind might miss. It's that feeling when something just doesn't sit right with you, even if you can't put your finger on it. Or when you walk into a room and suddenly feel like you've been hit by a wave of tension. That's your intuition working overtime to keep you in the know.
And let's not forget those moments of clarity that seem to come out of nowhere, like when you're stuck on a problem. And then suddenly, while you're in the shower or out for a walk, the solution just pops into your head. That's your mental intuition at its best, delivering answers when you least expect them.
But here's the thing. Recognizing intuition is only half the battle. The real challenge? Trusting it. Because let's be honest, how many times have you had that gut feeling and then talked yourself out of it? We're all guilty of it. You think, nah, that can't be right, and then boom. Turns out your intuition was spot on.
Oh, for sure. It's like that time I ignored my intuition about a sketchy-looking restaurant. Let's just say, my stomach wasn't too happy about it later. The point is, the more you second-guess your intuition, the more you disconnect from it. But the more you trust it, the stronger it gets. It's like building a relationship. One where your intuition is your best friend who always has your back.
So how do you start trusting that inner voice? First, start small. Next time you get that gut feeling, whether it's about what route to take home or who to reach out to, go with it. Don't overthink it. Just act. You might be surprised at how often your intuition gets it right.
And if you're still skeptical, try this. Keep a little intuition journal. Jot down those gut feelings and how things turn out when you follow or ignore them. It's like keeping score, and you'll start to see just how reliable your intuition really is.
Remember, your intuition is like a muscle, and trust is the exercise that makes it stronger. So give it a workout and watch how your confidence in your own inner wisdom grows.
Exactly. In our next chapter, we'll show you some practical techniques to really strengthen that intuitive muscle. But for now, start paying attention, start trusting, and get ready to see just how powerful your intuition can be.
Chapter 4. Strengthening your intuition. So you've started recognizing your intuition and even trusting it more. Awesome. But like we mentioned before, intuition is a muscle. And if you want it to work for you when it really counts, you've got to give it a proper workout. No, we're not talking about hitting the gym. We're talking about exercises that tune into that inner voice of yours.
Exactly, Norman. And just like you wouldn't expect to bench press 200 pounds on your first day at the gym, don't expect your intuition to suddenly start predicting the future without a little training. The good news? The exercises we're about to share don't involve any heavy lifting, unless you count lifting your awareness to a whole new level.
Let's kick things off with one of the most powerful tools for tuning into your intuition: meditation. I know you've probably heard this a million times, but seriously, meditation is like the magic key that unlocks your intuition's full potential. When you meditate, you're basically clearing out all the mental clutter, making space for that quiet inner voice to come through loud and clear.
And here's a pro tip. You don't need to sit in lotus position for hours on end. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, and just listen. No expectations, no judgments. Just let your thoughts flow and pay attention to what bubbles up from deep inside. You'll be amazed at the insights that start to surface.
Another great exercise: visualization. This is like daydreaming with a purpose. Picture yourself in a situation where you need to make a decision. Maybe it's about a job, a relationship, or even just what to eat for dinner. Close your eyes and visualize the different outcomes. How does each one feel? What's your gut telling you? Visualization taps into your mental intuition, helping you see the paths ahead more clearly.
And let's not forget journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings is a fantastic way to strengthen your connection to your intuition. Every morning or night, take a few minutes to jot down any intuitive nudges you had during the day. Did you follow them? What happened? This practice not only reinforces your trust in your intuition, but also helps you see patterns over time.
Here's another fun one: body scanning. Sounds fancy, right? It's actually super simple. Sit quietly and mentally scan your body from head to toe. Notice any areas of tension or discomfort. Often our bodies pick up on things before our minds do, so if something feels off, it could be your intuition trying to get your attention. This is especially useful when you're in a situation where something just doesn't feel right, but you can't quite figure out why.
Oh, and let's not forget one of my favorites: playing with your senses. Ever notice how certain smells, sounds, or sights trigger memories or feelings? That's because your senses are closely linked to your intuition. Spend a day being super mindful of what you hear, see, taste, touch, and smell. Notice how different sensory experiences make you feel. This sharpens your intuitive senses and helps you pick up on subtle cues that might otherwise go unnoticed.
So, whether you're meditating, visualizing, journaling, or tuning into your body and senses, these exercises are all about one thing: getting you in touch with that inner wisdom that's just waiting to be heard. It's like upgrading from dial-up to high-speed internet for your soul. And trust me, once you've experienced the clarity that comes with a strong intuition, you'll wonder how you ever got by without it.
Absolutely. So go ahead, give these exercises a try. Your intuition is ready to flex its muscles, and before you know it, you'll be navigating life with the confidence and ease of someone who's in tune with their inner wisdom.
In our final chapter, we're going to explore how to apply all this in real-life situations. Because what's the point of having a superpower if you're not going to use it, right?
Stick around, because we're about to take your intuition from good to great. You won't want to miss it.
Chapter 5: Real-Life Applications and Conclusion. All right, we've talked about recognizing your intuition, trusting it, and even flexing that intuitive muscle. But now, let's bring it all together. What's the point of having a superpower if you're not going to use it, right? So, let's talk about how to apply everything we've discussed in real-life situations.
Exactly, Norman. Because, let's be honest, knowing about your intuition is great, but putting it into action is where the magic happens. Imagine this. You're in a meeting, and everyone's going with option A. It seems logical, but something in your gut is screaming no. Instead of ignoring that feeling, you speak up. Maybe you suggest option B or ask a question that hasn't been considered. Suddenly, the whole room rethinks the situation, and guess what? You've just saved the day. That's intuition in action.
And it doesn't stop at work. What about those everyday decisions? You're out shopping, and something tells you not to buy that flashy new gadget, even though it's on sale. You walk away, and later, you find out it had terrible reviews. Or maybe you're debating whether to go to that party, and your intuition nudges you to stay home. Turns out, staying home was exactly what you needed to recharge.
Oh, for sure. Intuition is like having a personal guide that helps you navigate the twists and turns of life. But here's the best part. It's not just about avoiding bad decisions. It's also about seizing opportunities. Maybe you get a sudden urge to reach out to an old friend, and that reconnection leads to an exciting new project. Or you decide to take a different route home and end up discovering your new favorite coffee shop. These aren't just coincidences. They're your intuition guiding you to where you need to be.
Absolutely, Vanessa. The more you use your intuition, the more you'll notice these little nudges. It's like building a muscle. Over time, it becomes second nature. You'll start to trust those gut feelings more and more, and before you know it, you'll be making decisions with confidence and ease.
And here's something to remember. Intuition isn't about being 100% right all the time. It's about being open to that inner wisdom, allowing it to guide you, and learning from every experience. Sometimes, you'll follow your intuition and things might not go as planned. But even then, there's a lesson in there, helping you refine and strengthen your intuitive sense for the future.
So as you head back into your daily lives, we encourage you to start paying attention to those gut feelings, those little inner nudges. Try applying your intuition in small ways, like picking out a book, deciding what to cook, or even choosing which emails to answer first. Then, gradually, start trusting it in bigger decisions. You might be surprised at how often it leads you down the right path.
Exactly. Your intuition is one of the most powerful tools you have, and the more you use it, the stronger it gets. So, go ahead. Give it a try. Let your intuition be your guide as you navigate the challenges and opportunities that come your way.
And with that, we're wrapping up today's episode. We hope you've enjoyed this journey into the world of intuition and found some valuable insights to take with you.
Thank you so much for joining us on SPIRITA VIVO. It's been a pleasure sharing these tips and ideas with you. Remember, your intuition is always there, ready to help you make the best decisions and live your best life.
So until next time, stay inspired, stay connected to your inner wisdom, and most importantly, trust yourself. You've got this. Thank you for listening.